Good evening. Today I want to talk to you about personal loans. I have always advised you against taking loans for consumptions and still will advise you to do. And I also say don't consume. The only place where you should take a personal loan is if you have a medical emergency. But if you had listened to me, you won't need it because you would have been adequately insured. But all our good advices are very difficult to follow and therefore you wouldn't have followed. And there may be some trouble where you may need be forced to take a personal loan. So, my topic today is to tell you what are the 10 important things that you must consider before you take a personal loan. First and foremost, there is something called a credit score. It is possible for everybody to access their credit score. You can Google it and you can do it. So, first thing you do before you even start the process, go apply for a credit score. Depending on your credit score, you will get a loan. If your credit score is very poor, you will be declined a loan. If your credit score is moderate, you will get a loan at higher interest rates. If you have an extraordinary credit score, you will get at very low rates. So, your credit score decides how much loan you will get. So, you have the power of negotiation with the banker if you have a great credit score. Check your credit score before going and applying for a loan. Every time you apply for a loan, the credit score will decline. So don't apply for a loan before negotiations. Don't give your PAN card. Don't give anything till you decide that you are going to borrow with somebody. The bank will say we can offer only depending on your CIBIL score. Your CIBIL score is your credit score, and therefore you can definitely know that score even before you go to the bank. So the credit score will tell you how much loan you are eligible for, what is the rough rate you will get, and if there is a problem you will not get a rate. So you there is no need to build up your expectation and hope you are going to get a credit score. So the credit score is the primary thing that you need to look out for. Two, interest rates. Banks have for personal loans between 12 to 16%. So if you have a depends on your credit score and risk profile. So if you, as I told you, if you know your credit score, you will know the risk profile. You will decide. If your credit score is lower, you will have to go to a non-banking finance company and the rates may be higher. If you have a great score, the banks will fall one over the other to give you a loan. Point number three, you have to decide whether you want a fixed rate or a floating rate. If you had asked me last year, I would have said go for a floating rate because RBI has been cutting rates. From today, I am convinced that RBI will be forced to increase rates sooner than later, and therefore, from next year, rates will go up. If you have a floating rate, you will be caught with your pants down. If you are going for a 3 year loan from today, go for a fixed rate. It depends on what the RBI is planning to do. Next, point number four, loan processing charges normally vary between 1 to 3%. Again, it depends on how desperate the bank is. If you are desperate, the bank will fees you. If you are cool, the bank will crawl. The idea is to make the bank crawl. So be very clear. If your credit score is great, then you can go between 1 to 3%. If you are going to a bank, normally the processing fee will be 1%. Point 5. Most banks don't accept prepayment. If you prepay, there is a penalty because banks have borrowed against this loan at a lower rate and they are lending. So if you prepay, then they are at a loss. Therefore, you must be very clear. You should negotiate for flexibility. Bankers give that flexibility. If you plan to prepay, then you should ask for no prepayment penalty. You can ask for a prepayment. RBI has clearly made a mandate. In personal loans, they don't have a mandate. In loan against property, the bank shall not charge you money for prepayment. Hidden charges. If there are hidden charges, they will make your loan costly. What are the hidden charges? Over and above the processing fee, they can demand a documentation fee. If you ask for a duplicate statement, printed statement, they will charge you. Indigo charges you for anything and everything. Even for taking a printout of your ticket, they charge. Banks can charge you for asking for a fixed printed statement. They can ask you for ECS processing. They can ask you for account foreclosure. There are a lot of hidden charges. Hidden charges makes your loan very expensive. Point number 7, EMI bounce charges. If you bounce an EMI, the bank is big. It is not going to be charged anything. He is a huge customer. There is no pace. So no price for him. But they will charge you 500 rupees. So you will pay two charges. Your primary banker through whom you are making the payment will charge you 500 or 1000. These people will charge you more. Even a personal loan, it becomes very expensive. So you need to consider this charge. You need to bring your negotiations. You should bring skills to the point where you can negotiate a better loan. The other thing, eighth point you need is to consider the tenure. The longer the tenure, the greater you pay. But we tend to take a longer tenure because you want a lower EMI. The interest outgo will be very high. So you need to be extremely careful and adjust it to take exactly what tenure you want. If you choose the tenure wrong, you will end up paying more. Point number 9, approval time. Normally today, all loans are approved immediately. If you are asking for a loan of 5 lakhs and you are not salaried, maybe there is an interview. Otherwise, there is absolutely no problem in getting you an approval immediately. Finally, the most important thing you should consider, if you need a personal loan and you can wait, then the best time is to go for seasons. In festival seasons, banks offer loans which are very cheap. So wait for the correct time if you can wait. Thank you for watching. Be rich. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification. नमस्कार, मेरा नाम आनंद श्रीनिवासन है और मैं एक पर्सनल फाइनेंस कंसल्टेंट हूँ। मैं 2 यूट्यूब चैनल चलाता हूँ पर्सनल फाइनेंस के बारे में। एक मनी पेज तमिल में है। मेरे बहुत से दोस्त बोले कि मैं हिंदी में एक चैनल शुरू करूं, तो मैंने एक पैसा बोलता है नाम का एक हिंदी चैनल शुरू किया है। मैं पर्सनल निवेश के बारे में ही बात करूंगा। आप उसको सब्सक्राइब करें, अपने दोस्तों को शेयर करें। अगर आप हिंदी नहीं जानते हैं तो पैसा करें। जो आपके दोस्त हिंदी जानते हैं उनको सब्सक्राइब करने के लिए आग्रह करें। धन्यवाद, नमस्कार।